Welcome everyone, Lauren Thompson here with your latest Cattail Creek Country Club Insider. Spring is on the way and I've got some important updates to share with you, so let's dive right in. First things first, we are bringing in Kirk Warburton, our golf course superintendent, who's here to explain all the winter updates happening around the course.
Hi Cattail Creek members, Kirk Warburton, your golf course superintendent. Just want to update you on a few winter projects the team's been busy with, and then also talk about some projects that are coming up in the springtime. So first up, the team's just finished off some new brick pavers here at the golf shop. Similar brick pavers as the lower patio, so getting that uniformity going. And then, the overall goal here was to just open up the area and just really have a much more inviting backdrop area. I know Chris has got some plans to buy a pavilion, and we still do have some detail work to finish up here. Some ornamental beds, just get some plantings in the ornamental beds, and then also just add a couple of big planters as well, so for some green foliage. So that's up for this one. I want to head you down to number 9, and I want to talk about what the team's busy with at the moment. Okay, so we're here at number 9, a lot of action going on. The first thing the team is currently busy with is moving the forward tee more to the right. So we're doing a much wider access point for carts exiting the cart path and trying to get onto the fairway. So that's the first thing we're doing. Then we're going to move on to the pond bank, especially here on the fairway side of number 9. You can see over there in the distance how they've been eroding over time. The county has asked us to address this, so we're going to do something very similar to what we did on number 8. We're going to reshape the sides of the banks and then add in an erosion control fabric, so that'll keep those banks in place for many years to come. And then one of our biggest items that we're going to be tackling this year is cart path resurfacing, and this whole area is going to start getting a nice good 2-inch layer of resurfacing asphalt, starting from the bridge there on number 1 and looping the entirety of number 9 pond to where I'm standing at the moment. In doing that, we're going to widen the path. We're also going to do some work at the turnaround of that back tee on number 9 and then reshape that tee as well. So a lot of work around this pond area, so that's exciting. There's a lot of exciting happenings around number 9 pond. Some other projects the team's going to be working on, and the timeline of that is in April. We're going to do some drainage work on number 2 fairway. So I look to see some work being done there on number 2 fairway in April. Another project that we're going to be tackling is improving the plantings at our entrances, specifically on the Sycamore Valley Run entrance. So new plantings just to freshen up that area and get a cleaner, newer look, basically. So I want to take us to our next area and move over to hole number 1 and talk about some great work that we're going to be doing to the end of the fairway. Okay, so we're out here at hole number 1, and we're looking at the right side of the fairway at the end before the approach. And I know a lot of you have seen your ball roll down into the pond, so as a greens committee, we've decided to do some grade work to the right side of this fairway, increase the distance on the rough, from the rough down to the cart path to the pond, so that's going to be able to slow the ball a little bit more, and then also do some extensive grade work, trying to get the bounding of its original middle a little softer, so that the ball does come to the right side of the fairway, doesn't run too far and is obscured by the big sycamore. The big sycamore will also get a few limbs cut, so just to make this right side a lot more playable for the future. So look to see that. A couple other things that we're looking at for capital improvements is, as I mentioned earlier, we're doing the cart pass on all of number 1 approach and around the pond on number 9. The other cart pass that we're going to be doing are holes 4, 5, and 6 in their entirety. So 4, 5, and 6. And one last cool thing on our capital item list is robotic mows. So we're going to have that on the back lawns and around the short game area. So that's it for our capital improvement list, and we'll see you out at the club. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirk. Very exciting improvements. To learn even more about those improvements or changes around the club, we encourage you to attend the Cattail Creek annual meeting. Learn about the club's financial and operational performance from the club's leadership, as they also share a recap of the year and goals for the year ahead. Register on the club calendar. And lastly, a little something or two for your little ones. Kids Craft Nights are coming up March 27th and April 2nd. Activities will start at 6:15 p.m. where kids will enjoy painting and creating their very own craft. Well, that's all for March, folks. I'm Lauren Thompson, and we will see you next time for another edition of your Cattail Creek Insider.